episode of Roswell, and the beginning of the show, it opens up with an interrogation of two of our main characters, and there's time cuts going on, meaning that after they say a few lines, it cuts to somebody else being interrogated that isn't necessarily happening at the exact same time as this interrogation, and there's one time cut after another, which generally says to me music, because you want to sort of cover those cuts and give it some continuity. So even though it's just basically dialogue and there's no action going on.
What time did you arrive at the scene?
This is a stressful moment for the two actors.
10 p.m.
See, that was a time cut. Now they're asking him basically the same question.
How exactly did you locate that girl?
I spotted the oxygen tanks.
He answers this question. Now they answer the question. It's like two people are being interrogated in another room. But the idea here is just to provide some tension. So I come up with this it's a sort of pad of strings, and underneath it you're going to hear a sort of a rhythmic clock.
9:30. Shortly after 10.
Just to provide some tension. And then as the scene progresses, I have horns starting to play some harmonic structure. Right up to now, it's just a pad. Rhythm, now the harmonic structure enters as the scene progresses, and the actors start to develop a little bit more concern for about their answers to these questions. The rhythm picks up. But for the most part, this will just stay out of the way, and it'll just provide some tension for the scene. And also, that was a dramatic turn right there. Just adding that one little sound there provided a turn for the sheriff's reaction. And all the rhythm you're hearing is rhythm that that is a palette that we came up with specifically for this show. So the sort of world beat kind of stuff is rhythmically where we live with the show. It's that kind of thing. So now we've turned into another scene that takes place later, but it's part of this whole opening segment, and the music is even more out of the way, and just some low piano hits with like a bass drum just to keep the tension going, and then an ethnic American Indian, native Indian flute, which I started at the beginning of the season to go along with being in New Mexico, and there were a lot of shows that had to do with Native Americans, Native American storylines. And this particular character's theme is all about those Native American flutes. So that's what that is. And then a little sort of a musical button on the end of the sequence, and then it tails into the next scene, which doesn't require music. So, I mean, that's an example.
About what time did you arrive at the scene?
9:30. Shortly after 10 p.m. How exactly did you locate that girl?
I spotted the oxygen tanks.
We heard her screaming.
How many shots were fired?
4. From the north.
6?
What were you kids doing in those woods?
We were
hiking. The Evans kids were on their way back from the library. When their car broke down, I was giving them a lift when the call came in.
Jim, didn't you say you got to the scene after 10? I may be wrong, but I think our library closes at 8.
Okay. That's it for now. Your parents have been notified, and they're expecting you at home. Deputy Carter will take you.
Can we see the sheriff?
Sorry, kids. Not right now.